My dad took us around Coral Gables. We drove down here from Fort Lauderdale and he took us around Coral Gables and pointed out the trees that were really important to Merrick and also really important to my dad when he was developing property in Michigan and also in Florida and California. We went down Coral Way, he pointed out the pedestrian amenities, and then went around and saw the villages. So I was very young when we did that little tour around Coral Gables. But I remember sitting in the back seat and he was showing us, particularly the trees. He was really impressed that there were so many trees. The reason I moved to Coral Gables was for the youth center, because my younger son wanted to play tackle football, and Miami Beach didn't have a true tackle football team, and I was trying to sell the house on the beach anyway, so I started looking for homes in Coral Gables. I bought a great historic home. Went in to talk to Elena Guccione, who was the preservation officer at the time, asking her, I've got this plaque. You know, I want to do an addition. Is that going to be an issue with you? And she was so helpful. Everybody in the city was helpful. I was thrilled to live here. I moved here in 1994 and I started working for the city in 1997. I was in the zoning administrator for a few years, and so I'm in charge of code enforcement. That meant a lot, you know. It's because of the strong code enforcement that we have in Coral Gables that it stays so pristine and beautiful the way it is. One of the best things that we did while I was the preservation officer, we worked on an ordinance that requires all demolitions of any building in the city to be reviewed by the preservation officer. If that property is considered historically significant, the preservation officer is required to take it to the Historic Preservation Board for possible designation. You know, I'll never leave Coral Gables. I just don't see me ever leaving Coral Gables. It's you know, it's my home. I feel very comfortable here. I know a lot of people.